Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to this week's Pearls of Wisdom. I thank you all for continuing to watch and listen and comment with regard to the videos that I've been sharing. I do ask that you like and share these videos. Again, please like and share these videos if you find any value, or if you feel like I've been giving you any pearls of wisdom. Please like and share the videos. So today we're going to talk about when you're feeling unappreciated and not feeling valued. We all have those situations that we're not feeling valued or appreciated. And I wonder if you can think of any times. It could be something at work or at home, or even in some type of service organization that you are a part of, or community help that you're doing. You're feeling undervalued. In the situation of a work situation, maybe you're feeling slighted, or that they don't appreciate the things that you do. For me, I can think of a time when I worked in a situation and I had a boss who she and I were not getting along. And I had a coworker who had the exact same position that I have. Oh, hi, Shanika, and hi, Katara. Welcome. In this situation at work, I had a boss who we weren't getting along, and she had a better relationship with my coworker who had the same position that I have. Hey, Datra. Anyway, so in this situation, my boss would go out to get Starbucks, and she would bring back something for my coworker and wouldn't bring back something for me. Not that I wanted her to, but of course I was offended by that. This guy and I had the exact same position, yet she went out of her way to let me know she felt differently about him than for me. I can think of a situation. I was talking to someone this past week who had a situation at work, at their job, where someone had come into their office, and every time this person came in, they went out of their way to not speak to this person. Hey, Bernita. Hey, Tiffany. And she would go out of her way to say hello and speak to this person, but always would get a dry response. And in this particular day, she was offended for all of 2 minutes, if it lasted that long, because this person came into the office, invited her coworkers out to lunch, and didn't invite her. And she caught herself and said, no, I refuse to allow myself to get offended over this. And later on, I'll tell you what I shared with her with regard to that situation. I have another friend who works really hard and tries to really exceed in what she does in an organization. And her feelings have been hurt because she doesn't feel like the work she does has been appreciated or even acknowledged. And so those are situations in a work situation where that can happen, or in an organization. But what about in your home life? You know, for those who are married and have children, you can go to work all day, come home and cook for your family, and then no one eats. Like, how dare no one eat after you've been at work all day, come home and cook, and no one eat? Or for your children, you may go out of your way to provide them with extra tutoring, or if they're in sports, and get them special coaching, and then find out that they don't even appreciate the extra effort, time, or money you spent into it, and they don't do the work. So what do you do in those situations? Hi, Eric. I guess I would ask the question, who are you doing it for, and why are you doing it? For me, what I've had to learn, what I've had to learn is sometimes you don't always get the recognition you need. And so what do? What if you never get that recognition that you're asking? Do you stop doing what you were doing? I've been a manager and leader of people for a long time. And I do recognize that what most people want is some type of recognition. They want someone to say, hey, good job, or hey, I see you. But if that doesn't happen, then what do you do? So I've had to ask myself, who am I doing this work for? Am I doing it for the recognition, or am I doing it because it's the right thing? One of the things that I've learned is I have to work for God. God is the one who's given me the job that I have. He's put me in the organization that I'm in. He's given me the relationships that I have. So I try every day to just step out and do the best that I can do in those situations, no matter if the recognition comes or not. Because I know that ultimately He's pleased with me, and that reward will come. And any reward I can get from Him is better than someone tapping me on the shoulder and saying, good job. So I'll take that. One of the other things I've learned is that for me, in the past, has been a sense of pride, an issue of pride that I needed to get over. Like, oh, I deserve to be recognized for that, or how dare they not acknowledge that I did this for them, or that I do this for the company. Why do I need to do that? It is an issue of pride. And for me, the lesson has been to be humble and to appreciate the fact that I do have that role or job, or that God has trusted me to be in that situation so that I can make the most of it. In the situation with my friend who had the coworker, or who didn't invite her to lunch when he invited the other coworkers, I said to her, maybe God's sparing you. Maybe they're going to spend the entire lunch hour gossiping or being negative, and God's sparing you from that situation so you don't have to be a part of it, or He's protecting your ears and your mind from having to hear all of that nonsense. And so sometimes we have to ask ourselves that, is God protecting me from something? Is that why I'm not included, or I'm being quote unquote slighted from a situation? In a case of a job, it could be an opportunity for you to see, is it time for me to move on? We sometimes have to ask ourselves, we always say where God closes one door, He opens a window. Okay. But sometimes that closed door specifically in a job situation doesn't mean that you get fired or terminated from the job. It could mean that you've hit the ceiling. There's nowhere else to go. Right? I have a loved one very close to me, and she runs her department and she does a fantastic job, but she works for a small company and there is nowhere for her to go. There's nowhere for her to move up. So she either is going to stay in that situation, or she has to make the decision, is it time to leave? So sometimes when you are feeling unappreciated or not valued, it could just be a way of God shutting the door and saying, hey, maybe it's time to move on. In certain situations, it could be that you have not asked for what you wanted. I can think of plenty of times in my own personal relationships in the past where I've gotten upset or frustrated because someone did not give me what I thought they should give me, or they didn't recognize me for what I tried to do for them. And then through coaching, I learned that I never asked. I never said to that person, hey, if I take the time out to cook you dinner, I really appreciate it if you ate it. Or, hey, I would really like to do this. Or in a job situation, sometimes we apply for jobs and we've never told anyone that we were even interested in it. And then we get our feelings hurt when we don't even get an interview. Well, did you have a conversation with your boss to tell them that you wanted it? Did you share that information with the hiring manager before you even applied, or have a scheduled a touch base to say, hey, this is something I'm interested in. Here's the background I have, so forth and so on. So when they see your resume come across their desk, they remember you. But see, sometimes we don't do that. We assume that, hey, I've been with the company so many years and so I deserve it. You deserve what? So just ask yourself, did I ask for what I want? Or am I assuming someone's going to just know that this is what I want? Then you have the situations where you don't ask for what you want. And I guess the other thing I should say about asking for what you want is, did you seek God? Did you ask God, hey God, what do you want me to learn in this situation? I feel slighted. I feel like they don't value the contribution that I make to the company. I feel like my family doesn't appreciate the things that I do for them. What am I to learn in this season? What do you want me to learn? And then take time to be still and listen to him. I think so many times we're so quick to pray, and that's us talking to God, but do we sit back and meditate and hear what he has to say back to us? So take the time and understand that, and understand what are you supposed to learn in this particular season. You know, the Bible says that we know all things work together for our good, to those who love God and to those who are called according to his purpose. What's his purpose for you? When you understand that all things work together for your good, no matter what happens in your life, if it's good or bad, or if it's not exactly what you want, if you understand that even in that, there's some good that's going to come out of it, you're moving forward. You're moving ahead. I used to be part of a leadership organization, and that the head of that leadership organization used to always say, for every adversity, there is a seed of equal or greater benefit if you have a positive attitude. Did you hear that? For every adversity, there is a seed of equal or greater benefit. But you have to have a positive attitude. So no matter what happens, I encourage you to think about and ask God, what is this? What am I supposed to learn in this situation? What am I supposed to get out of this particular situation? Seek him, understand that, and understand that it all comes together for your good. Again, please like and share this video if it has blessed you in any kind of way. And I thank you for listening to my Pearls of Wisdom for this week. Oh, also, please comment because I'm looking to change the time of the video. Right now I'm doing Mondays at 3 o'clock, but I know that a lot of people are working. So if you like these, would you rather have it during lunch hour, and it could be something you do during your lunch break, or Monday evenings once you get home? I want to make sure that people are getting the most value out of these videos. So again, thanks for listening. I appreciate you all. Peace and blessings. Have a great day. Bye-bye.